Okay, kids, today we are going to review our insects. And to do that, we have two wonderful guests. We have Beatrice the Bumblebee, woo! Not to mention, we have our award-winning children's author, Miss Frizzle, woo!
We are so glad to be here today with you guys. Beatrice.
Yes.
What do you call a nervous insect?
A nervous insect. Is it a bumblebee?
No.
Is it a praying mantis?
Nope.
Well, then it must be a grasshopper.
No. It's a jitterbug!
Oh! Miss Frizzle, could you be any funnier?
Right, I gotcha. All right, so my friends, today we're going to be reviewing a video off of Brain Pop about all the things that we've learned about insects. So sit tight, grab your popcorn, and enjoy.
Check it out. I found a praying mantis. What are insects? An invertebrate is an animal that does not have a spine or backbone. Insects are invertebrates. Insects can look really different from each other, but they do have some traits in common. Insects have three body parts: the head, thorax, and abdomen. The head has a mouth, eyes, and a pair of antennae. Insects use their antennae to smell, taste, and sense the world around them. Insects have compound eyes, which means each eye has tiny parts that point in different directions. This helps the insect to see more of its environment at once. The thorax is the middle section of the insect's body. It's where the legs attach to the body. Insects have 3 pairs of legs, for a total of 6 legs. Some insects have wings, which also attach to the thorax. The abdomen is the lower part of the body. It contains the insect's digestive system. Insects have exoskeletons, which means their skeletons are on the outside of their bodies. They do not have lungs like mammals. Instead, they breathe using tiny openings in their exoskeletons. Some insects look like other animals to scare off predators. Insects are cold-blooded animals, which means they use the environment to control their body temperatures. Insects have adapted to their habitats in different ways. How do insects survive in their environments? Many insects use camouflage to stay safe. Stink bugs let off a bad scent to stay safe. The milkweed grasshopper oozes a poison that can harm its predators. Some insects have stingers they can use to attack enemies. Certain species of insects, such as bees, wasps, termites, and ants, stay safe by sticking together. They live together in large groups called colonies. In ant colonies, the queen lays the eggs and the other ants protect and take care of the nest. How do insects grow and change? Insects go through metamorphosis as they turn into adults. Some insects hatch from eggs and grow into nymphs. As nymphs grow bigger and turn into adults, they molt. This means they grow bigger exoskeletons and shed their old ones. Some adult insects look a lot different from when they first hatch. Larvae hatch from eggs, grow and change into a pupa, and into a butterfly. Some people think insects are annoying pests or even scary, but they're an important part of our environment. Why are insects important? Insects help spread pollen, and plants rely on them to grow. Some insects, like aphids, can destroy plants and crops, but other insects, like ladybugs, eat the aphids. Farmers need these insects to help keep their crops healthy. Insects provide food for many animals, including reptiles, fish, birds, and mammals. They're an important part of food chains, and animals need insects to survive. People rely on insects too. Bees give us honey and wax, and silkworms give us silk. Insects live on every continent, even Antarctica. Scientists have found about 1 million species of insects, but there are a lot more that haven't been discovered. Most of the living things on our planet are insects. I love learning about insects because they can do incredible things. Well, did you know that a flea can jump 100 times its own height? That'd be the same as a person jumping over a tall building. Moby, you're such a show-off.
So did you guys enjoy that? That was so
It
cool.
was so cool.
I
I
learned so much.
I know. I didn't know bugs had compound eyes. Did you know that?
Okay,
Miss
that
Hazel?
was weird. That was kind of weird.
Pretty cool though. Huh?
Yeah, awesome. So our narrator is going to ask us some riddles. So I hope you paid attention because I was kind of doing my hair during that time. So I
I'll
hope.
do my best.
Okay, all right, ready. All right, narrator, give us some riddles.
Okay, here's your first one. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. I am the process by which most insect eggs change into their adult forms. What am I called?
Okay. So I know insects start as eggs.
So they're like tiny, right? Okay.
And then they start to get big. And I think that's called
Change.
a change.
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 Is it change?
Change. Change.
Ooh, you're so close, but it's a different name than change.
Oh. There was that really big word.
Oh.
I don't know how to spell
It
it.
started with an M. Was
Metamorphosis?
I think you mean metaphorical.
You two are so close.
I remember we talked about how butterflies go through this.
Right. Right.
And it's how they change from a caterpillar
Right.
to a butterfly.
Right.
Oh, is it metamorphosis?
Yes! You got it!
Okay, we're ready for the next one.
Okay, you ready for your next one?
All
Here
right.
we go. We are the two types of metamorphosis. What are we?
Oh, I remember some metamorphosis, they change a lot. And some
So
they
like
change very much.
the butterfly that starts with the
Uh-huh.
egg and then turns into the caterpillar and then the cocoon and the chrysalis. And then,
Right.
so that's a big change.
That is a big change.
Okay.
I think it's a complete metamorphosis. So the other one would be incomplete, right?
Ding, 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 ding!
So-
You got it!
What would be an incomplete metamorphosis?
An incomplete metamorphosis, they skip one of the stages, so they don't change as much. They look the same when they're a baby as when they're an adult.
Thanks for being awesome.
You got it.
Next one.
I am the name for the caterpillar stage in the process of complete metamorphosis. What am I?
Complete.
Okay.
That means they go through everything. Okay.
So they start as an egg,
Okay.
but that's not
Yes.
the caterpillar.
No. Chrysalis. No. Not everything's a chrysalis, right?
No.
Oh, it's just those butterflies.
Just the butterflies. So egg, and then I think there's a couple more after egg.
Nymph? No, that was something else.
Is it pupa? No. It's the one before pupa.
Yeah. What was that one before pupa? You told me all about it when I watched your videos.
Uh-huh. Is it And I go through this stage too as a bumblebee. I think it's called lava.
No,
Like
that's the hot stuff.
volcanoes?
It's called larva.
Larva.
Yay! You got it!
2 for 2. Beatrice, we're doing it.
You-
Okay.
That's 3.
Oh,
3. Okay, let's go.
I am the name for the chrysalis or cocoon stage in the process of complete metamorphosis. What am I?
You just said it. It's that P word.
pupa.
Yep,
Yes.
you got it.
Okay, so that's 4, narrator, right?
That is 4.
And we missed 0.
We're ready to take our assessment. All right.
We are the 4 stages in the life cycle of an insect that undergoes complete metamorphosis. What are we?
We talked about this. We start as an egg, right?
Okay.
So we're really small.
You're right.
And then after egg, we
Like it's like the
is
caterpillar.
it pupa or larva first?
Oh, it's the lava.
Larva.
Yeah,
larva.
totally.
So egg, and then larva, and then pupa.
Yes.
And after we are a pupa, what do we become?
Like a grown up?
An adult?
Is that right?
That's right. Yay!
We must have studied hard.
You have 2 more.
2 more, we can do it.
Yes. I can do hard things.
I am the female that produces all of the eggs for a social colony, allowing the colony to survive.
What is the
What
queen
am I?
It's the queen.
Yay!
Beatrice is the queen bee.
You are right.
Awesome. Okay, last one. We got it.
Last one. We are the male bees that live in a honeybee colony. What are we?
So the worker bees. Oh, no, worker bees are female, huh? Like me.
That's true. The boys, they don't do much. They hang out and watch video games.
Mm-hmm. They're not very helpful.
They play on their things in the sky, and they fly things like drones.
Mhm.
Yes! They're not drones! Boy, bumblebees are drones!
You are so right. Now, boys and girls, you need to take some time and maybe create your own riddles.
All right, friends, we will talk with you later. Good luck on your assessments. See you guys.
Alright, this is Frizzle and Beatrice the Bee Silly. I hope you had a fun time learning with them and talking more about insects. Before you go, there is one more thing you'll need to do. Go ahead and open up the PDF that's attached to this assignment. When you open up that PDF, it should be a blank page. Mine is not blank because I've already completed what I want you to do on your blank page. There is a blank page on that PDF and a page with lines for some writing. We'll talk about what to do on the blank page first. On that blank page, my friends, you are going to create a diagram. Remember, a diagram is a picture that helps explain or teach something that has labels. I want you to pick one of your favorite insects that we have talked about and make a diagram for that insect. For your insect diagram, you will first need to draw a picture of your insect. I chose a ladybug. The next part of your diagram, the most important part of your diagram, is the labels that tell your audience what all of the parts of that insect are. A ladybug is tricky because it has its wings and its exoskeleton that cover up a lot of these parts. But even though I cannot see the thorax and the abdomen, I know that they are there located behind the head. We've got our head. Our thorax is next, hiding under those wings. And then our abdomen is the bottom part. I've labeled my wings and where my exoskeleton covers, and my legs and antennae too. You might have chosen an insect that doesn't have wings, so you won't have a wing label. Most insects will have the antenna or exoskeleton labeled, but there are a few exceptions for that one as well. Remember, termites do not have an exoskeleton. Depending on the insect that you choose, your diagram might look a little bit different. If you chose an insect like mine, any kind of beetle or an insect that have wings, you'll have to label it like I did, where the thorax would be and where the abdomen would be, even though you cannot see it. All right, my friends, when you are finished labeling your diagram, so your picture of your insect, I forgot an important part. Make sure you tell me what insect you are explaining. Make sure you tell me what type of insect you've selected. When you have drawn your picture of your insect and you've labeled the important parts, remember all insects, some insects don't have wings, some don't have exoskeletons or antennae, but all of them have 6 legs, a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. So those labels should be included in your diagram no matter what insect you selected. When you are finished with your diagram, on the page with the lines, you are going to tell me some facts that you learned about that type of insect. My facts about ladybugs, I picked kind of a hard insect. We didn't talk about ladybugs very much. Some insects that we talked a lot more about might be the ant, or the honeybee or paper wasp, termites. We talked a lot about fireflies and grasshoppers. There's a lot more information there, but I did use some of the information that we learned to come up with 3 facts about ladybugs. I want you on this page, the second page, to write at least 3 facts about the insect that you chose. You could talk about what that insect eats, if it's a social insect, if it goes through a complete or an incomplete metamorphosis, anything you know about that insect. I said that ladybugs are not pests. In fact, they help act as pesticides by eating other small insects, such as aphids. Ladybugs are not actually classified as bugs because they do not have beak-like mouths or long piercing mouth parts. And that ladybugs are actually a type of beetle. While you are writing these facts, I want you to see if you can use some of the vocabulary words that we've been talking about. Metamorphosis is a big one. I already talked about that one. I talked about social and solitary. You might want to use words like forelegs, or maybe tymbals, or tympanum. See if you can use some of the language and vocabulary that we have been talking about bugs. When you are finished with both your diagram and at least 3 facts about the insect you have chosen, go ahead and turn this one in. In our next lesson, my friends, we will be taking a test about everything that we've learned about insects. 2 different tests, 2 different parts. I think you guys are going to do amazing on that test, and I will see you then.